Hello everybody, Quailafay here. I think this time my mic is working, so that should be good. But today we'll just be playing Euro Truck Simulator 2. I was so sad when I rewatched my episode to see that none of what I said was recorded. And I was pretty disappointed by that, so hopefully it's working. I don't know where it's working from. Also, I'm gonna... Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know what I did with the controls, but every time I pause, it puts it in reverse. I'm gonna go to audio here. And it's gonna be out... The game audio is gonna be out of sync anyway, and just my vocal audio will be out of sync from what's happening. Still, I gotta figure that out, but in the meantime, it'll be... I'm gonna get some certifications starting this week and working towards, figuring stuff out, and then I can build a PC and stuff. But yeah, whatever. I got beaver interior sounds. Let's just... Oh no, let's just lower this to... Let's lower them all to 10%. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's how I can... Okay, let's actually drag it and actually be sane. My excuse is I'm using... My excuse is today I'm using a different mouse. So... Ooh, that one was perfect. I lent my mouse to my friend because the laptop I'm letting them borrow is a complete tragedy, if we're gonna be honest. Alright, truck sounds are down. Interior sounds will go... Oh, not that low. I want you guys to barely hear anything, but not that little. Let me know what you guys think of if you guys want me to put everything back. I'm gonna reset everything to defaults after this episode. So yeah. I probably could just lower the master volume and that would have worked. I should check that. But you know what? We've just put all the effort in here to do this, so we're just gonna go. Oh, my emergency brake is on. How could it? Yeah, I was so sad when I saw that my audio didn't work. And I talked about it a lot. I rammed on about technology. I'm gonna try to do that again. But I'm probably gonna just not be in like the same rhythm as I was. It would be even funnier if I go to this episode and it's not recording again. But yeah. I'm gonna date the episode again. I'm pretty sure I uploaded all the other things that I had just filmed. But they're still scheduled. It's pretty late. This episode should come out by the end of June. By then, WWDC would have happened. That's Apple's event. I saw about how I guess all the software things, all the operating systems that they're going to be coming out with in a few weeks, they're going to be number 26. Which I haven't looked at why I'm just hearing about that, and I guess everyone's adopting it, so I guess it's pretty confirmed. I guess that's pretty cool. So I can joke that my phone will actually go from iOS 15 to iOS 28, 29. Let's just joke I get 13, 14 years of software support instead of 7 or 8. I'm just gonna say that. My software support is gonna double for my phone. Which is lovely. And after like the first 2 years, I believe Apple they'll stop tailoring the operating systems to the phone after it's been out for 2 years. Like we're on the 16 right now, so the 16 and 15 get optimized the most. Even though the normal base 15 doesn't have Apple Intelligence, while the 15 Pro does, since 15 Pro is 8 gigs of RAM, the normal 15 has 6. And then all the 16s and the 16E have 8 gigabytes of RAM. But they're still optimized. I'm on a 13, so I don't get optimized features. And my battery capacity, it's at 85% right now. So, I mean, I'm gonna change out the bat. I may just learn how to do it, because I'd like to. Or I might, but either way, regardless of how it happens, I'm gonna have my battery changed out probably by next year. Just because by then capacity will dip below 80. I believe after that, the phone will start throttling itself down because the battery can't, as it just degrades more and more, it can't really provide proper voltage to the rest of the phone. So that's why it gets a bit slower. And it'll just because of inconsistent, I believe it's because of inconsistent energy, the phone can glitch out, and that's why some phones will get more buggy. Oh yeah, I paused. That's right. I'm gonna pause again because I refuse to use the shortcut for photo mode. But yeah, photo mode. It's a 13. I'm doing. No, why? It's okay. It works. It works. I'm hiding in a dumpster. That's great. I'm already 6 minutes and I haven't picked up my load yet. How far away is the load? Another 5 o'clock. Wow. Okay. I'm in neutral again, but when does the load expire? An hour. Okay. I'm excited to see what Apple's gonna do in a couple weeks. I mean, by this time we'll already know. So I guess maybe I don't want to make too many predictions. That's not. That wouldn't be successful. And that'll just make the episode even more, well, not awkward, but I don't know. More importantly, I'm curious to see, because I bought about 2 months ago, I bought a used MacBook Air. It's the M1, so it's about 5 years old. I'm pretty sure I know it's the 2020 model, because it's the M1 that was the first product that had the M1. That was when the Apple started making their own chips, so things are more optimized. Their software and hardware can be more optimized together, and also provide a lot more efficiency for the chip. And this laptop, it's 5 years old, only 100 cycles, but it gets easily 12 hours of battery life. Easy. With a lot of multitasking, writing, and stuff like that. I haven't used it for too much hardcore things yet. You can, if you for VMware and virtual machines, you can get Windows to work. You can get a Windows VM running on it, but I'd prefer to build a PC before I start doing all my homework on that device. The laptop I'm playing on right now that you guys are seeing is more powerful than the computers we have at my school, but I want a computer that can run at least 4 VMs smoothly, which I need the internship first. I'm gonna start driving different businesses and try to get work that way, and see if anyone needs a computer guy. "10 minutes in, we're still not at the load. Oops." If you guys ever curious the graphics I have, I run off a what is it? Well, it's a Sana eGPU box, and it has a RTX 3060 in it. When I do build a PC, I did have the thought of maybe I could just put that GPU in the computer, because it would be sufficient for my purposes. I think it'd be sufficient. I don't know if that's the issue with the audio recording and stuff, It might just be. If I've been looking at like different GPUs, learning about them, the one GPU that I would like, it's I think 2080 Ti. I guess I think I heard some reliability issues about them, which I also heard that about the Intel chips. The like specifically 13, 14th gen. They're because they just cook themselves with heat. So definitely, I've been an Intel person my whole life. So, but I'm realizing I should just go. Probably should have seen if I could do doubles. Can you do doubles on ETS too? I don't know. All I know is I've been thinking I'm gonna go with AMD. I have no experience. Well, I haven't really built a computer. I've taken it apart, put it back together. So I've dealt with the CPU once. It was an Intel. I want to know what it's like to build a computer that's AMD. Um, and I think I'm gonna do a GPU. I want to do a GPU from AMD as well. I gotta find out which one. This is the problem. Because I don't know which one would be the best. Oh, do I need to sleep? No, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna leave that up there. Then when I do build a PC, it'll be... videos should be higher quality. Maybe effort will go up. I gotta find the best programs to like for like voice recording that's not like the Windows Game Bar, because that's what I use currently. Maybe that's the issue, and it's just having a panic attack with. Maybe my computer just has a panic attack with that, and that's why everything gets out of sync so easily. I don't know. Or maybe it's a CPU. It's a Intel Core i7 1255U that I have in the laptop. Maybe it's that. 16 gigs of RAM. Maybe it's that. I thought that was pretty decent. I went from... because even though I like computers, I didn't have a like laptop of my own or any Windows device of my own until I was 18 when I bought this. So I went from but I did have the school Chromebooks and stuff. So I went from 4 gigs to 16. That was like snappy. It's really nice having a snappy computer, I must say. But now I want 64 gigs so I can, yeah, well, 4, 8, 12. So I can give at least, I can have at least 20 gigs of RAM dedicated to just running virtual machines for my classes. That'd be really nice. Like I just finished this quarter at the very end of June, at the very end of May, and there are times when like I could have had the ability to run 7 virtual machines at one time if I did it all at home. If I did all my work at home on my own computer. But this laptop well better than the ones at the school, I think. The computers at the school, I think. Well, not cool. Well, I say that. I'm gonna continue. I think I'm gonna try to remember the end of my sentence. Well, this is more powerful. I'd like something extremely powerful, but it's like not can afford. But I do say that about the performance. But there are like differences in like performance, I believe, from like a laptop chip or a laptop GPU versus the desktop side of things. Specifically, there'd be a few reasons for that. First is cooling. Do you want me to turn left here? Can I only turn left? No, it's just. Oh, I see. I get it now. It's the left over there, and also this goes over there. Like I was watching a video on like GPU performance. I am not at the line, but I can't see the light too much better. And I was seeing like how the later in the later years, NVIDIA has like the graphics cards they have from the laptop from the piece from the desktop are like the chipset is different too. I mean, of course, it would be different layouts, stuff like that, but also even performance, which makes sense because heat and max TDP with like the wattage and stuff. Like a GPU in the desktop can and will be more powerful. So it'll have better performance too, and it can be cooled a lot more efficiently because it has a whole case. This laptop, I mean, right now it's actually not that warm. It's doing pretty good. I think because this game is from 2012, it's handling it pretty well. But which is why like I think the voicing was still bad on ETS2 from what I saw. If I've done a voiceover with this yet, I can't remember. It's been a bad day. Wow, my undiagnosed ADHD is insane. I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, NVIDIA cooling. It could just be like, yeah, okay, with how my laptop doesn't get as hot. Because the game's not doing too bad. But because just like heat and power, a laptop GPU may be less powerful. Like an RTX 3060 might be. I think my RTX 3060 might be comparable to a laptop 3070, but I'm not sure. That's a bold claim of me. I would like to confirm. I think I have a friend who has a 3070 and a laptop. I'd kind of like to do like a few tests to see like which one actually is more powerful. Because it should be the 3070. On paper, before the factors I just said, it should be a 3070. It's the higher number, but my 3060 has a 750 watt power supply that it powers the GPU, and it does charge the laptop, which 65 watts, I believe it is, and it's a 750 watt power supply. The GPU is going to be perfectly happy, except for the fact that it's connected to my laptop through a Thunderbolt port and a $5 cable, because the previous running in the yellow because the previous cable I had just stopped. It was too short, so being bent at an angle for 2 years just made it slowly stop working. Maybe that's no. I had the issue with the old cable too, so maybe not that. But yeah, I frankly should have more experience than I do, and I'd like to get more experience. I have to. I know, like, the little experience I've had, it's been good, like, just automatically easily fixing my dad's computer, I guess, I don't know. I'm not trying to, why am I trying to sound like I want a job? Because I do. Also, when I do find that, I'd like to, maybe I should keep my M1 MacBook Air for a while, because I can, it's been a good deal, this laptop, that laptop's been good to me. This HP Envy X360 also has been good to me. Too expensive, way too expensive for what it is and what it can do, especially since it's not a gaming laptop. And HP's keyboards all around are just very high quality. It's like it's a very similar. This keyboard is a very similar keyboard to one I had on a Chromebook in high school. An HP Chromebook 11. G8 Education Edition. That was a oh, my wheels. That was a nice laptop for what it was. I came from an Acer Chromebook. Like everyone from like late teens, early 20s. You guys know I'm sure a lot of you guys have to know about the Acer Chromebooks that we all had. Ooh, I mean, my school they started them in 2015. Other schools may have started them a lot later, other a lot earlier, depends on budget. So why am I trying to turn right here? But I got in 2018, my district decided that not only the high school students, but the middle school students could have school Chromebooks. I was in 8th grade, so I was just getting in. Well, it was my last year of middle school, so I finally get a laptop of my own. Yay! For the first time in my life. Hey, this sixth and fifth. Actually, at the time, it was a couple years after they added the fifth graders. But the sixth graders, they also get it. Oh no, I don't feel special anymore. And it was that Acer was a good laptop. It was not a good laptop, but I'd like to think it was. I watched almost every Unisonus video. If you guys know what that is, Unisonus. I watched almost every video on a school Chromebook on that, and that laptop is weird. If you barely used it at all, if it was like literally just sitting idle, then it wouldn't have an issue. And if you push it to the max, like pushing it to max is playing 4K video, because those things can't play 4K video smoothly. Doing that, it'll be fine. It'll just have a battery life of 2 hours. Mine had an average of 4. But if you watched a 1080p video at 60 FPS, something like that's in the middle range, or maybe playing bonk.io while we still had Adobe before we lost that beautiful, beautiful thing. Like when we're playing IO games, it would just crash, and by that I would just like cease to operate. Now looking back, I'm pretty sure that was a battery issue. IT team, they had restarted my computer a few times. Like I like factory resetting it at least 3 times to get that thing to work, and it worked for a little bit, and then it started crashing again. So maybe that's a thing too. But even though software temporarily fixed, I still think it's a battery issue, because I think it wasn't in proper voltage. It did it before I accidentally fried the battery to where I only got 4 hours of battery, when I accidentally left it plugged in all weekend. But yeah, it was a good laptop. It was junk. It was junk. The keyboard sucked. But you know what? It had charm. It had charm. I missed that thing. Really good friend during COVID. I think I'm one of the only people who like was happy during lockdown, because I was away from people. And we started doing like work online. My school had already started planning for that. So yeah, before COVID happened, my school already started planning to do like async stuff, like asynchronous work. And this is because of like, oh no, it's closed off. This was because of snow days. So if a snow day happened, then you could just still do the work at home. Like, yeah. You don't get a snow day, you don't get a day off. They eventually gave that back to us, but they were able to use that model that they were trying to like learn, and we were able to get our work done online. I'm sure a lot of people were able to. There was a time when I forget which class it was, but I didn't have a phone at the time. I never had a phone until I was 16, and my iPad had just quit at that time, which honestly it deserved to be retired after what I did to that thing, and just like how much I used that poor little iPad mini. But I didn't really have a camera, so I had to use the camera on my laptop, which, I mean, it worked. It was perfectly fine. I did the same with the HP Chromebook 11 I had after that. But there was a time I was streaming music. I think it was a song from a band that I found playing Forza Horizon 4. I was playing music while using the camera. And I learned before it was a bad idea that was not a good thing, because I think one time before my laptop just ceased to work again at that time. But this was the time I was streaming music off YouTube while taking a photo of my work, and my laptop just disagreed. It disagreed with what I was doing, and it glitched out, lost the camera, it lost the music, and then it comes back up, and half the taskbar, like not half the taskbar is kind of where it is. The other half of the taskbar is in the middle of the screen. Oh, we have a flashing light here. The screen is in multiple colors, like almost as if the screen is broken, but it wasn't broken. The software is just that messed up. And I thought that was the end of that laptop. I managed to get it turned off. Oh, I'm stupid. The white light means it can go. Anyway, I managed to get that laptop turned off. I turned it back on, and then everything seemed perfectly fine. I was able to turn in my work and stuff. Except, oh, that's right, that was the other issue. I received a Bluetooth speaker earlier that year, right before COVID, during like a gift swap, and I was that's what the problem was. I was streaming music to a $5 Bluetooth speaker, and it didn't like doing that. It didn't like using Bluetooth while using the camera and playing YouTube, and that entire glitch happened. So I go back and I turn on Bluetooth. It just isn't connecting. And I try another device to try and see if if it's the speaker that's the problem, and the speaker connects to another device. So the Bluetooth just stopped working on this laptop, and it never worked again. I mean, I got the HP Chromebook 11 late 2020. We still had asynchronous classes for a bit, but for a little while, I was still using the Acer. I was amazed that it managed to do that. That it glitched out so hard because it couldn't play a YouTube video of Fascination by Red Sun Rising, I think it was. And that was amazing. Oh, I missed it though. That laptop, for all its bugs, because it had charm. It had a lot of charm. I remember playing music on that once I come home, like even before COVID, feeding my brother's cat. Good times. But that poor laptop. and then the HP was fine, and then eventually because later in my senior year, I worked with the IT team at my school to just like learn how to do computer repair. That's why I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do. And I was able to learn I was able to learn that you can actually find out how many battery cycles you have on your Chromebook. And mine was kind of high compared to the rest because I didn't have a phone, so I used both Chromebooks a lot. But that HP is a good one. Keyboard is great, kind of like the one that's on my current laptop. Build quality is really nice. But the really nice thing is that thing had over 10-hour battery life no matter what you did. Oh, it was beautiful. I missed that thing. I shouldn't have graduated. In all seriousness, that was if I had to use a 5-year-old laptop that was already $200 to begin with, I would use an HP Chromebook 11 G8 Education Edition. Speakers, I don't remember how the speakers were. Screen seemed a bit higher quality. Maybe that's just me, and maybe because I came from a 5-year-old. It's not that bad, a 5-year-old laptop to a brand new one. And I don't know if the colors of screens degrade over time, because the MacBook. Every time I go from my MacBook Air to my HP, I'm just blown away by just like the vibrancy of the colors that the HP has. I think that's what it's good for. That's what this thing was built for. I think it's like color accuracy, that kind of stuff, like imagery kind of stuff. But yeah, the HP was a nice laptop. Also, fun fact: all those Chromebooks, at least I know the HPs. From those old Acers, actually, what model is it? Acer Chromebook C740 C4PA, I believe it is. those and the HPs, and I think all of the Chromebooks, the screens are interchangeable. So when my school, because during my senior project we were just decommissioning all the Acer Chromebooks, and we weren't allowed to give them away. They had to be recycled because you can't no more software support. It's not safe technically for security to be used by a business. So what you do is we took all the screens out before we recycled them because they all worked with the other computers. It's better for parts, and honestly, that's good job on the industry for letting you do that. Yeah, that's good standardization right there. I'm taking a left turn. But yeah. And back to color accuracy from the MacBook. I'm not sure if is there ever something wrong with the MacBook. It is a 5-year-old device. I'm the third owner of it, so I'm not complaining. And there's pressure marks and some water damage from what it looks like on it on my screen, which I'm not concerned about anyway because of the fact that I'm the third owner. And what I was trying to say is the second owner, who's my cousin, bought it, and the first owner was a complete jerk, and they left the computer logged in. They left their account on the computer. When you do that, it activation locks itself, and it bricks the entire device. So my cousin had to replace the motherboard in order to use the laptop, and it was a more expensive device back then, and I got a good deal on it. That's why it was so cheap for me. But it's still hundreds of dollars that you could waste just because you can't log out of your computer. I mean, I like the idea of having a new computer, although the MacBook has been the best, possibly my favorite computer I've ever owned, and it's also the oldest computer I ever bought. Which isn't that bad. It's only 5 years old. Yeah. I'm gonna lose my train of thought again because I'm blaming it on a bad day. I'm here now. Where do I park? And if the audio didn't record again, I am going to be so disappointed. Because I did a test video before I recorded this, and it worked. So hopefully it's fine. It better be fine. Please record all my audio. I wanna... Oh, you know what? When it does record the audio, though, it will be way off sync. I could probably be parking it. I forget how it is. I forget if it's delayed or undelayed, which part's delayed. I could be saying I'm arriving at the thing and already be in the parking spot for the audio, or I could be in the parking spot and say that I'm getting here. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I should give it some time before I end the video. I don't know. Who knows? Hey, I leveled up, so that's cool. It doesn't really matter. Continue. Eco driving. And then I'll get the certification after that. Up to 10% of fuel saved when driving with the trailer or driving free. Alright, so what? From now on, you can purchase your own trailers and upgrade or paint them to match your truck. Your trailer can be stored in your chosen garages. They can be used by your drivers to increase profits. To manage your trailers, use the Trailer Manager. Visit trailer purchase. I am all set. I don't like trailers. I should, for accuracy. But nah. Good, I paid another part of my loan. Oh, that's why my money stayed exactly the same. Oh, I just realized that. Just about exactly the same when I use gas. But I am $8,676 less in debt than I was before. Beautiful. And if anything bad, if I miss a payment, there's 10 grand right there that I could borrow. For sure I shouldn't. Too high. What's the interest on it? 23%. Ooh. That $290 isn't worth it. But yeah, I guess that's the end of the video. I'm gonna keep you guys here a bit long. I mean, most people probably would have clicked off from 2 minutes in. Or maybe 5, or maybe like 3.5 seconds in when they realize that I'm terrorizing with my voice. I'm just gonna check the driver manager really quick. Oh good, I have over 1,000. I'm the first one over 1,000 kilometers and makes so much sense. Where is everybody? Okay, good, you're not crossing the port. More money for me. Thank you, Vasil. Wow. Oh, hey, you're actually doing good. Good. Average of 440. Average of 455. You're better. You're better. Better. -5. Oh, yeah, that's right, because you found a job and you just immediately became a failure and a loser. 2,500, that's good. I know, I guess I should conclude the video. Thank you guys for watching. I think this is episode 9. I decided to do, I'm pretty sure it's episode 9 of the series, I'm not sure. 8 or 9. And I'm doing voiceover for this instead of 10. Who knows? I have no idea. I'm gonna finish the video. Thank you guys for watching and have a great morning, afternoon, night, whatever time you're watching this. Bye!